Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the leadership call for tonight. I get to start out the call by giving you some insights that Chuck and I have been discovering just this past week. I'm pretty sure most of you know that Chuck and I got our start in network marketing in Amway. That was a long time ago, and one of the things that we really took away from that was learning and growing, committing to learning and growing, and that was in reading books and listening to podcast and other people who are actually building the business and doing what we need to do to be successful. And throughout our year, whoa, we've come and gone in and out of that many times. But by being at the Influencer Summit this past weekend, we were just reminded again of how important that is. And so we've put that into practice just this week. One of the things that we learned at Influencer Summit was plan, do, review. And so that's pretty much self-explanatory. Every day, Chuck and I get together and we talk about what we have planned for the day, what we're going to do in our business. So that kind of puts it in front of us, helps us stay focused. So then we actually do during the day, we do what we have planned. And then at night, as we're getting ready for bed, we'll both say, how'd your day go? And we'll kind of discuss whether or not we actually did what it was that we said we were going to do at the beginning of the day and how we felt that went for us. And then we're going to actually talk about the next day, how we're going to do things maybe a little different, tweak it a little bit. But we have found that just by being planned for the day, that we have gotten so much more done. We've been way more productive. And it's just been an incredible week, just reminding us to get back into committing to learning and growing. And I don't know how many of you have noticed, but I put on the Isagenix for Life website or the Facebook page a book of the month. And Chuck and I started reading and listening. I actually posted a link today, I think it was today or yesterday, for the actual audio, so you can actually listen to it if you don't have time to read it or if you just like to listen to it on audio. I've been actually doing both. But it's Secret of the Millionaire Mind, and that has been such an eye-opener for Chuck and I, and it's led to a lot of interesting discussions, but we're enjoying that and learning from it. But I just wanted to read just a real quick nugget on that we've kind of finished up our week with this, so I'm going to leave you with this. It's a wealth principle. When you are complaining, you become a living, breathing crap magnet. Okay. Oh, what happened to my page? Sorry. Somehow I got out of my Amazon Kindle. From now on, as you hear yourself disastrously blaming, justifying, or complaining, cease and desist immediately. Remind yourself that you are creating your life and that at every moment you will be attracting either success or crap into your life. It is imperative you choose your thoughts and words wisely. It's time to decide. You can be a victim or you can be rich, but you can't be both. Listen up. Every time, and I mean every time, you blame, justify, or complain, you are slitting your financial throat. Sure, it would be nice to use a kinder and gentler metaphor, but forget it. I'm not interested in kind or gentle right now. I'm interested in helping you see exactly what the heck you're doing to yourself. Later, once you get rich, we can be kinder and gentler. How's that? It's time to take back your power and acknowledge that you create everything that is in your life and everything that is not in it. Realize that you create your wealth, your non-wealth, and every level in between. Okay, we're going to do a declaration. I want all of you to place your hand on your heart. Come on, I can see you. Place your hand on your heart and repeat this. I create the exact level of my financial success.
I create the exact level of my financial success.
Now touch your head and say, I have a millionaire mind.
I have a millionaire mind.
If you start reading this book, you'll understand more about what these are about. I hope you do. Back to you, Chuck.
All right, good. You muted your line, so we're good to go. Okay, let me share the screen here. I've got several things I want to go over, but before I do, Versal, I know you've had a really good week this week. Do you feel open and comfortable sharing with people? I want to share your success with everybody, so you want to share what happened for you this week?
Sure. Am I unmuted? Can everyone hear
you're
me?
good. I can hear you.
Yeah, this week has been really exceptional. You know, having good leaders, like Chuck and Stan Yago has really been really beneficial into really, getting myself and everyone on my personal team kind of up and running. But this week we've had an exceptional week. We got some. I'm not sure if I can say it or if it's okay for me to say, but we have some former NFL players coming on board here. That's going to be pretty exciting. We have some stuff in the works with a major university that's pretty close to a done deal. So there's lots of exciting things that's happening on both sides, just from the normal weight loss, but also from one of my favorite lines, the performance line, which is where we're kind of looking at with the university stuff. So lots of exciting things happening, lots of momentum happening right at the end of the year, which has been really, for me, it's been really gratifying to really see my business start to take off and really get some momentum as we head into NYKO. So just looking forward to continue doing that, and with the support of, the team of Hope with Chuck and Diane. I hope to continue doing that, and I would encourage everyone else to kind of, as the end of the year approaches, to also try to create some momentum, so that as you go into the new year, everyone will be trying to do their New Year's resolutions and all those things. So if you can create some momentum as you go into that, you'll be ahead of the curve, as everyone's really looking forward to health solutions and nutrition solutions, and also wealth solutions. So we have all those things here at Isogenics. So I encourage everyone to really try and get ahead of that curve as we approach 2018. Thanks, Chuck.
You're welcome. And the name of that former professional football player is not a secret. It's Mike Jones. For those of you that follow the St. Louis Rams, he was the guy who made the tackle against the Tennessee Titans in the Super Bowl that won the game for the Rams and won the Super Bowl. He's very famous here in St. Louis, and he's very interested in the performance line. For himself, he's interested in the weight loss system, and for his team, he's interested in the performance line. So it's a really big step for the entire team. We're super excited about it. He'll actually be at our Christmas party here locally Tuesday night with his significant other, so we're very, very excited about that. Speaking of which, if you're anywhere near the St. Louis area, we are having our first annual Christmas party. It'll be Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We will carry that on Facebook Live, so you can be with us online for what that's worth if you're not able to join us in person, but hope you can join us in person. V, can you see my screen where I'm talking about New Year kickoff 2018? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Are you and your wife going to that?
Yes, we are definitely signed up. We're signed up, have hotels booked, transportation, the whole nine. So we're fired up about being able to attend New Year's kickoff 2018.
And why do you feel it's important that you go to this event and encourage people on your team to go?
Well, given that I'm new to network marketing as a whole, my first experience with, a collective group, I won't say a corporate because it was associate sponsor, but going to Express University in Charlotte this past year really opened my eye to just the power of attending those events. And what I mean by that is you get people all over the spectrum. You get your people from that's just entering the company. Some people weren't even taking the products at all. But you also have your people that's making over $1 million in the company that's able to share their experience and their knowledge and how they were able to create this phenomenal residual income. So, I can't emphasize to those of you that's out there that haven't gotten your NYKO 2018 tickets to really do it, because once you go, it fires you up, but it also gives you just so much knowledge and so many different training tools to be able to allow you to be successful in this business. And anyone that's really, looking at this as a wealth creation opportunity, which I'm sure everyone on this call should be, because it's a leadership call, you need to find a way to get to NYKO Just because if you like I said, if you're serious about growing your business, this is where it starts. This is the beginning of the year, corporate event, lots of like-minded people. So figure out what you need to do to be able to get this done. Whether you need to, put it on a credit card, or get a couple of people and drive, or have roommates or something, but figure out how you can make this happen, because I can't emphasize enough, just from the small event, and I say small, and it wasn't small by any means, but the small event that I went to with Express U, I learned so much. I was so fired up, and it's spearheading me going into the end of the year. So I highly encourage everyone to definitely get tickets for our NYKO 2018.
Thank you. I couldn't have promoted it any better myself, and I just want to encourage everybody listening to my voice. This event's going to be a breakthrough. I've been in this industry 20 plus years, and I've been listening carefully to the top leaders, and even Kathy and Jim Coover, the couple times I've had the chance to talk with them. There's something very, very special about to happen in this company. Everybody can feel it. Everybody can sense it. We should do $1 billion in sales this year, and then everyone's expecting to double that in the next 3 to 4 years. And those who are really in the know think that's extremely conservative. So that's exciting. So I want to encourage all of you. You may be thinking, well, Chuck, it costs money. It does. It's not inexpensive. Most of us, we have to fly there. Some people on the West Coast can drive, and that's awesome. We'll have that advantage in Nashville for a celebration next year. But think about what it's going to cost you. Like V said, get creative. Room with some people, share rooms, do what you got to do. Bring your shakes for your meals, whatever it takes. But you don't want to miss this event. I will tell you, on January 2nd, the company is going to do a live streaming, and I recommend that you meet in groups. You get a hotel room in your community. If you're just starting, maybe start a home or a small hotel room, and make it an event. January 2nd, you'll be hearing more about it, but they're going to announce the new product rollout. They're going to announce the new January promotion, the first quarter promotion. There's a new bonus that's kicking in, replacing the holiday bonus. That January 2nd call is going to be the launching pad. Now, this is a leadership call tonight. It's actually not going to last much longer, maybe 15 minutes. I'm going to keep these somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes to keep them to where I keep you interested. But I want to give you the meat of what you need to really build your business. I got a couple brand new people that I'm working with on the line tonight. I have personally enrolled 6 people this week, and I've got applications for 2 more that I'll be putting in tonight before the clock strikes midnight East Coast time. So I learned a few things at Express University and at the Influencer Summit that Diane and I were at last week. One of the things she mentioned to you is the plan, do, review. I had no idea what a difference that would make in our life, but it really has. Because every morning when you get up and you plan what you're going to do that day, and you share it with someone you're accountable with. Now, it might not be your spouse. You might not be building this with your spouse. It might be a cross-line mate. It might be someone you're working with upline, downline. But whatever it is, you share your plan for that day. Then you execute your plan. Good intentions minus action equals squat. That's one of my dad's favorite sayings. I just love it because it's so true. So you execute your plan, and then that night you review your plan. I started that Monday, like I told you I would last Sunday night on the leadership call. We started that on Monday. And so I set up a goal of having 10 15-minute bursts of prospecting and 10 15-minute bursts of encouraging my teammates and promoting different events and stuff to the team. Monday I did pretty good at those 2, and literally that day set up the momentum for the whole week of enrolling. It's going to end up being 8 people in 1 week. Now, I'm full-time, and so I'm able to put more hours in than most you can. I mean, I got Pete out here on the line. Dude works 60-plus hours a week. He can't do what I did Monday. I understand that. So you do maybe 1/10 of that, 1/10 of that. But you set aside time that you're going to not think about this, not listen to recordings, not be on these training calls. These are all important things for sharpening your saw and everything, but you got to get out there and cut the tree down. And so you've been on the train. Now, Monday, decide how many 15-minute blocks of time are you going to burst into prospecting. And I did it all. I did Facebook Messenger, I did text, I did call. I invited people to webinars. And then they would get on the webinar. I'd see them on the webinar because on Zoom, you can see who's out there with you. And so I knew I had 2-3 prospects out there. And so I knew those were my top priority to follow up with. And then Tuesday, I had the same intention, 10, 15-minute burst of each, team and prospecting. Tuesday, I did horrible. A lot of other stuff got in the way. I was all worried about signing people up. They got excited Monday. And by the end of Tuesday, when my wife and I did our review at the end of the day, I realized that I hadn't accomplished nearly what I wanted to and nearly what I had on Monday. So instead of just reviewing once a week like we had been, which is still better than most people, by doing it every day, it increased our awareness and our focus, I'd say, tenfold over what it was the week before. Tenfold. Think about how much more you get done if you're 10 times more focused than you were this past week. And that's what happened for us. I'm telling you, I got one application right here, and I'm calling the guy right after this call to get his information. He's just decided which pack he wants. That's 8 people this week. So it's focus, 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 focus. So I wanted to promote NYKO. I wanted to promote the Plan, Do, Review. If you don't understand that, it's not rocket science. You plan your day, you decide what you want to do in advance, and then you don't let circumstance stuff rule your day. Stuff comes up, you got to deal with it. I understand that, but you make sure you focus on your plan, keep it realistic to where you can do it, then you do it, and then you review it. And I know, like myself, I'm adjusting my plan for this coming week because I realized how much that burst of prospecting Monday trickled out through the whole week in activity of following up and signing people up and getting them started. And so I'm skewing my week a little heavy this week to just, again, Monday's going to be my absolute recruiting day. I'm not even going to talk to my team on Monday. Sorry, guys. But I will a little bit. But my main focus, I'm not doing 10, 15-minute bursts with my team. Instead, I'm doing 20, 15-minute bursts on prospecting, which will set up my whole week following up on my prospects. So anyway, I'll continue to teach what I'm learning. But obviously, you can see the results are there. We got webinars online. And let me just take you that page real quick. If you go to teamofhope.com, it'll take you to this first page. It's called the presentation schedule. I try to keep this as updated as I can. But like tonight's leadership call is right here. It won't be long in this leadership call. You'll have to have a certain rank to be on this because we're going to continue to raise that bar. Right now, we're allowing everybody to come and learn what the leaders are learning. But as it grows, the leadership will be brought up to rank advancements will be necessary. You get your happy hour on here every Monday through Saturday. Guys, if you're not taking advantage of it, you're missing it. Now, you can't be on every call 6 days a week. I understand. I mean, most of you can't. But every chance you get on there, the product knowledge you can gain from listening to Stan Yago will increase your belief level in what you got your hands on here, and it'll make you so much more valuable to the people you're working with. Monday night, Patty Cepeda has somebody do a Zoom presentation. It's either her or Herb or somebody that they trust to lead their team. And so I highly recommend you get on that on Monday nights. Promote to that. Tonight and Monday, promote to that call right there. And don't say, oh, we do it every Monday night and there's one on Wednesday and there's one on Saturday. Don't make it sound like that. Make it sound like, hey, there's a special Zoom meeting tonight and Patty and Herb Cepeda, it's their team call where it's focused on the product, but they're going to talk a little bit about the opportunity too. I really want you to be on there. Make it special. Then Tuesday is our weekly home meeting at the Shaw's home. And so we Facebook Live that. This week's going to be a little more of a party and a brief presentation, but it's going to be mostly fun. But again, we're going to Facebook Live that. Wednesday, again, the Cepeda Zoom call. This one's more business focused. If you missed the one from this last Wednesday, you missed one of the best calls ever. These young people in their mid-20s, absolutely knocking it out of the ballpark. And 2 of them, one was 24 and one's about the same age. They're both financially free and just killing it. And it'll change who you're looking for. You know, you'll start looking for the youngest, sharpest people you can meet. Thursday night, Pete Hamby has started doing a weekly Zoom meeting where he focuses on customers and teaching customers how to pay for their products by sharing a few referrals. And so it's a little different focus. It's a focus for customers. And Crystal executive Pete Hamby, top leader on our team, he's the guy who leads that call on Thursday nights. And then Saturday, my wife Diane does an ISA tools training. If you're not using ISA tools, you're missing a very powerful tool that you could have in your tool bag to share Isagenix and to grow your business. And then Kwang Soo does one at noon Eastern. It's a presentation every Saturday. Again, a good call to end out your week. And then we got the two things on Sunday. We got the product call with Jeremy every Sunday night. And then this leadership call currently open to everybody. Now, of course, one thing that's not in this schedule, if you scroll down a little bit on the same page, you'll see it talks about the best BeSetFreeLife.com. And it's got the call schedule here. And so you want to make sure you're plugging into those calls. Absolutely imperative that you plug in those calls. That's the foundation. That's the meat of the Cepeda system. If you're on the West Coast and 5:30 in the morning is too early for you, can't say that I blame you. Make sure you get in the habit of listening to recording, because that's where the Cepedas are pouring their heart out every day for their team. And they've been doing it now for 10 years. And it's one of the reasons they've got the biggest, fastest growing team in the whole world of Isagenix, is because they've trained up such great leaders, and that's the foundation right there. All right, let me look at my notes. Chicago. I see we got Pam Benjamin on the line and Lena. I believe we still have room. Pam, we still have room for people if they know anybody in Chicago?
Yes, we do.
All right, so we're going to open that up. Pam and Lena have been working to fill the room. They have a few seats left, so if you know anybody in a couple hour drive radius of Chicago, this coming Thursday night, the 14th of December, my wife Diane and I, and I'm going to try to encourage a couple other people on our team to maybe take the trip with us, but we're going to be going up there and we're going to be doing a phenomenal Isagenix overall presentation. We're going to talk about the product, and we're going to talk about the company. We're going to talk about the system. We're going to talk about the compensation plan. And we will be signing up your new customers that you get to that meeting. If you're on the West Coast, the East Coast, obviously you're not going to be there with your prospect, but you just send your prospect, make sure they know your ID number, and when they register, going in the door, we'll register and we'll get your ID number right there, and then after the meeting, we'll literally sign them up on the spot for you and help them pick the pack that's best for them. You'll know it's happening when you get a text message saying you have a new team member signed up on AutoShip too. So send your guest to the meeting. Those details are on teamofhope.com. If you go to teamofhope.com, I put everything up here, folks, so get in the habit of checking it out. If you go to December, I believe it is. It's either that or November. It might be the end of November. Yeah, it's November. I'm sorry. November. Go to November blog archive. Who's that handsome guy, V? And you scroll right there. See, it's the second one from the top. December 14th, Isagenix presentation in Chicago. And there's the address. Make sure you let Pam know you're coming or sending guests, and make sure they know your ID number when they get there. All right, that's the main things I want to cover this week. I want to give you the schedule of the week. I want to share with you what's working for us. And I just want to encourage you to have there's one more thing. This is very, very important. I did join BNI this week. It's called Business Networking International. I'm not recommending everybody do that right away. Let me check it out. But so far, it seems really cool. I've got 20 salespeople that are now going to become my sales reps. And I'm going to be a sales rep for them. So I'm going to get to know them through one-on-ones and breakfasts and lunches and stuff to get to know them and their business. So I can go out there and confidently refer them to my sphere of influence, and they're going to do the same for me. So I'm not trying to recruit them into my business as an associate. I am sharing my products with them, and because Isagenix has such a wide range of products, everybody in there needs something that we have. Whether they choose to buy from me or not, that's up to them. But the goal is for them then to have me as a resource for health and nutrition with their database of people they know. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm super excited about it. I joined it. But here's one of the tips that they gave in training. And that's one of the values of being in BNI is this company's been doing this type of thing for a long, long time. And there's some great tips. One of the tips that one of the ladies gave, she's a very, very successful real estate woman. She said, when you go to the holiday parties and stuff, don't go pitching your business. I'm listening. Okay, I get that. That's etiquette, but it's a great time to be building your business, right? Yes, it is. But do it by listening. Do it by listening. She said, just listen to people. Strike up conversations. Get them talking about themselves. Find out what's going on in life and listen. Now, in her case, she was talking about listening for buying signals that they might be looking for a new home. Or in our case, it's so much easier. Oh, I feel so stressed. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I need to lose some weight. Whatever they're talking about, just make a mental note, or if you're like me, make a physical note, help you remember. And then the next day or the day after, it's just courtesy to follow up and say, I heard you talk at the party last night about wanting to lose some weight. Are you serious about that? Because I might have a solution that might help you. Can you and I get together and have a cup of coffee and let me tell you what we got going on? Or it might be that it came up in your conversation about what you're doing, but then you can follow up and say, in our conversation, you mentioned that you were looking to lose some weight after the new year. Can you and I get together and have a cup of coffee? I'm working with a lot of clients right now, and what I'm doing is I'm helping them learn how instead of gaining 7 or 8 pounds during the holidays like most Americans do, how they can at least maintain their current weight. So come January 1st, they got a head start on their New Year's resolutions for next year. So I just encourage it as you're doing your activities this holiday season, listen carefully. Now, I chose December 4th through January 7th as my 30-day run to put in my class of 2018. I'm putting in 20 brand new customers between December 4th and January 7th. To me, it's a great time. I got no competition. Everybody else is taking the month off. I'm not. I'm out there meeting needs of people and helping set up accounts for customers. Now, which of those customers decides they want to become associates, that's totally up to them. I'm making that available to all of them. Those that choose to run. Those who want to run later can run later. My goal is to service those customers well, help them get good experiences, and generate referrals from those customers and associates if they decide to become associates. So I hope tonight has helped you. I hope you like the brief format. We're going to wrap this up and close the recording.
And we were talking about the upcoming Christmas party Tuesday night, and we were somehow talking about the Facebook page. In my mind, I always thought that when you have these events that you're inviting people that you've already actually talked to about the business, and somehow it got an aha moment thinking that, no, you should just invite everyone you're connected to on Facebook. So even like Lynna and Pam, if you know people in the St. Louis area, invite them to this event in St. Louis, going on in St. Louis, just like we all should be doing for the Chicago event. I don't know if anybody's made a Facebook invite on that or not, but that's all.
Lisa is like the invitation pro.
Yeah, it really looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Lisa's.
All right. Any other questions before we wrap up?
Chuck, Steve Cunningham, Los Angeles. How are you?
Steve, if I got any better, I don't even know how I would describe it with human words.
Yeah, you sound pretty good, baby.
I'm excited.
Great week. Hey, quick question regarding the cutoff plot for the week. Is it pretty sharp, like 12 midnight East Coast time?
It is. You could set your clock to it, brother.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
And don't freak out when it hits midnight. Some things zero out, and it looks like, don't worry. They're just they shut everything down for a little while, but it comes back on about an hour.
So
and you can still sign people up and stuff, but just don't pay attention to the numbers for a little while, because right at the midnight, bam, it'll like zero out. If you got you need 56 more BV to get your next cycle, all of a sudden it'll show you need 600 and 300. Don't worry about that. It's just, it clears up in about an hour.
So if I have an application going in at 9:30 West Coast time, which would be 12:30 East Coast, it would go for next week. Yes.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody else have a question? Liz, how are you doing? You're muted. There. Oh, we both unmuted you. Sorry. There, you're unmuted again.
I'm doing amazing.
All right. People don't know this lady yet, but she is a superstar, and you will know her. So, Liz, we're real excited to be working with you. Glad you're on the call.
And thank you for inviting me.
All right. If I don't see other questions, we're going to wrap this up and have a super week. Try that plan, do, review, and block those 15-minute segments out. I was shocked how much time I must have been wasting. I thought I was busy, and I was busy, but it was just not the same, not the same. So have a super week and use this time to bless other people with this great gift we have. And don't forget the reason for this season we have. God bless y'all.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
So.